Hi there, my name is Linda Jo Martin. I am the book lady and I talk about books on YouTube. I'm a booktuber and I am a Christian, and Monday is my day to talk about Christian books. So today I'm going to talk about a couple of forgiveness books that I am familiar with, and the first one came to me because I was a new Christian and I wanted to learn how to forgive, and I came across one of my neighbors who was going to a women's Bible study and it was about forgiveness, so I of course had to hop on and go with her and meet with this wonderful Christian Bible study group in Washington, just over the state line. And they were talking about a book about forgiveness. It's this book, As We Forgive Those. Excellent book. The author is a Christian counselor in Liberty Lake, Washington, and he wrote a forgiveness prayer, and this book explains every aspect of the prayer that he wrote. So after I read that book, I started my own little forgiveness project by getting a notebook, just a plain notebook, and I decorated the front. And then on the inside, I wrote everything I wanted to forgive. And then I would write about my efforts in forgiveness, in saying the forgiveness prayer, and in learning how to forgive this person for whatever it was I thought that was so terrible at the time. And as I tried to forgive, as I made efforts to forgive, I had other aspects of the problem come up. Then they all had to be forgiven too, so sometimes it got kind of long, but I kept at it until the forgiveness was complete. And the forgiveness is really more of a help to me than to the other person. It's not like I'm going to just say, let bygones be bygones, because sometimes you just can't do that. But it does help me to live in peace without bitterness and grudges and unforgiveness and things that make our lives worse than they have to be. So after I got done with that, I decided to study more about forgiveness, and I got this book, and it is Forgive and Love Again, Healing Wounded Relationships. I read the first part, which was Forgive and Love Again. But when I got to the second part, it was all about healing wounded relationships and, deciding whether or not you want that relationship back. And then there was one about Christian marriage, where it's really advisable to go ahead and heal the wounded relationship, whereas there's a lot of other relationships that don't really need to be put back together. So it took me a couple of years to get through that book. I read about half of the book, and then I stalled because I was more interested in the forgiveness part than in the loving again part. And so I finally got through it last year. Really glad I did. Don't like to leave books half read, if you know what I mean. So those are my two books about forgiveness that are written from the Christian point of view. I very much recommend both of them. Of course, the authority is the Bible. This is my Bible. And there are a few quotes from the Bible about forgiveness that are really worth perusing, and so I'm going to put them in the description of this video on YouTube. I've been reading this book, Children of the Day by Beth Moore. This is my morning Bible study book right now. I'm glad to say I'm nearly to the end of it. I have one more video to watch, then I have 5 more daily lessons. Chapter 8, and then one more video at the end of chapter 8, and I will be done with it, and then I will be going on to a couple of books about humility. So that's the plan for the future, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. It won't be a Christian video. I do my Christian videos only on Mondays, and so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.